Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So I have this tray and it has this rose and leaf on it. So what I thought I would do is I'd paint the rose pink and the leaf and the stem the green. Then I have this shiny red, it says mica powder, but it looks kind of like glitter. I'm going to mix it with some alcohol and paint it around the rim. We'll see how that does. And then I'm going to take my eye candy Satori white paste with a little of this Max White Sparkle from Color Passion and mix it in my resin. Now I have 8 ounces of resin that I have mixed up. I've mixed this up by weight, even though it's a 1-to-1 resin and you mix by volume. I use a chart that is by Julie Cuts. She used to have it on her older videos. She would post it when her video was first coming on, and it told you how to measure 2-to-1, 1-to-1, and 3-to-1 resins by weight. It has never failed me yet. So I go by that chart a lot. It makes it more accurate, and I don't have as much leftover resin as I would if I measure it. Usually I end up with a lot of part A left because I put in part B first because it's thinner, makes it easier to mix. But when I do it this way, I don't really have a lot left. So I'm going to take some of this Satori white. It's been sitting for a while, so it's going to have to get a good little mix here. It's actually not separated hardly at all. I love this white paste. It's one of my favorites. As far as a paste, it's very thick. Very thick. Okay. I'm just going to scrape the bottom of that stick and just take what's on the top there. Maybe a little bit more. Stick that in my resin. There is a 10% discount code in the description if you use eye candy and a link. Okay. Let's take some of this Max White Sparkle here. Alright, this one's not open. Let's get this open. I have 2 of them, so the other one's probably the one that's opened already. Alright, I'm just going to take a little. Hopefully that won't be too much. And I'm going to mix this up. I'll show you guys what resin I'm using here in just a minute. This is a different resin. I've used this resin before, and it does pretty good. There's a lot of bubbles because my room was cold this morning. This is Dr. Crafty. It's a 1-to-1 part A, part B resin. And, I about dropped it. That's what we're using today. It does very well. It cures nicely, cures clear. Like I said, there's a lot of, it's not got the most pleasant odor of most resins. It's a little bit stronger, I think. I've had it for a while, so I thought I would go ahead and use it next because of, how resins are. Once they start getting old, that part B will turn yellow. So you can still use it once it turns yellow, just you have to add color. Otherwise you'll see the yellow. Okay, let's get this scraped down in there. You have a good working time on this. I think it's about 40 minutes. So I thought I would go ahead and mix it as I'm doing this, just to give it time to degas because I'm not going to put it in the debubbler. So, okay. And once it starts warming up, it's going to thin down a little bit at first, and then it starts thickening up. Is that a hair? Guess I'm shedding. Whew, about dumped it over. There's another hair. I don't know how I got all that in there. Okay. Heater's kicked on. I'm going to turn it off. Scrape my sides and everything here. Alright, let me turn the heater off. Here we go. Now let's see if we can paint this up a little bit, because we're going to paint it up and we're going to pour our resin. Hopefully this will hold this paint. Sometimes they do really well. These are oil-based pens and usually they don't bubble up, and they do pretty good, but not always. Okay, it's actually doing really well, so I'm glad of that. They dry really quickly, and I think that's why they don't bubble up and stay on there pretty good. But I wanted to do this tray because I was like, well, my roses have bloomed outside, and it's springtime, so this would kind of go along with the seasons. Now, I think that is a leaf there. You know, part of the leaf area. I hope anyways. Looks like it. And we're going to go around the bottom just to tie it all together. Okay. Now there are a lot of little holes in this piece. So I am hoping that the resin will get down in there. I don't want to end up with holes, which I am going to cover it anyways, which will fix those holes with clear resin once we do our temporary tattoo. So, okay, almost. Make sure I get all of that painted up. Don't want to miss any. I'm hoping this works. Okay. All right. It's the edges that I'm a little worried may not turn out quite the way I need them to, but just hope for the best. It's a pretty pink, isn't it? Sorry guys, didn't mean to bump the camera. Trying to be careful not to splatter the paint everywhere. So you can click these pins and paint goes everywhere. There's another hair. Probably should have pinned my hair up. I do most of the time. I just didn't today. Okay. I think we've got it painted fairly well for that. I'm just going to do a little pink down there too. Try to get it to blend a little bit. Now, where's my... I'm going to use some 99% isopropyl and just spritz it down in here. Like I said, I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to try it. I moved all my little stuff yesterday, and now, oops, I just dropped that. See if we can get some of this out in here. If it looks too much like glitter, I'm going to yeah, see, that looks just like glitter. I might need to... It just doesn't look like mica powder. Yeah, it's going to be like glitter. It needs a drop of something to color that. Alright. Let's see. I should have some red. Okay. Shake this up. This is rose red. It's kind of a purplish red. It's a resin dye. I can't hardly squeeze these bottles. 1, 2. Let's put 2 drops of that in there. See if that'll tint it up a little bit. Still think it needs some mica powder or something. Let me see what kind of mica powder I've got over here. If I've got a good red that I can mix in with it. Okay, they all look so pink. Woo, about fell. Here we go. Let's try this. Maroon by Lindasresin. Just going to see if I can dab a little bit of that down in there. Okay. I think that'll be better. I don't think this is going to work very well, but we're going to try it. I don't think I needed all that alcohol. Okay, let's see here. That's just leaving it clumpy. Oh, that's horrible. We got to get that out. I'm going to move that to the side. See if I can clean this brush off. Alright guys, I'm going to put you on a hold. I'm going to clean this up and we're going to get something different. Alright guys, got that cleaned off. I got the Mateo chrome powder set out. I got the red. So we are just going to use the chrome powder. I had thought about doing the chrome powder at first, but then I was like, no, I wanted to do something different, and well, it didn't work. So back to the chrome powder. I want to get it up on those sides. We're going to have to clean this up some. It's getting down in there, but it's just not getting the side the way I want it. I do have to be mindful that my resin's already mixed. So okay. I'm going to have some cleanup to do. Oh no. I just dumped that out. Alright, we'll be cleaning that up, won't we? I swear, I think I'm one of the clumsiest people there are. Is anybody else riding the boat with me? Okay. It's not really getting the edge there, but oh well. I'm not crazy about these chrome powders. They're just, I like some of the other brands. This brand, not my favorite. Okay. Put you all on a hold, see if I can get this cleaned up. Alright guys, got it all cleaned up. So, that red is on the back side. Where is my torch? So there's quite a few bubbles that's got down in there from that sitting. So I just want to pop those up. Alright, just going to give it a little mix here, and then we are going to start pouring this. I'm going to try to pour it in that rose to see if I can get it to go down in all those little edges, all those little holes. So like I said, I don't know if it'll go down in those or not, but I don't want to take my stick across it either, because of then I could scrape off the color. Okay, let that roll around and fill up and see how much this mold holds. Wonder if I can. It looks like it's went down in there, so that's good. Okay, and the leaf. Yep, looks like it's went down in the leaf too. Awesome. Maybe something will work right for this, since I've done screwed up a few other things. All right. I think it needs just a little more here. I don't want to overflow it, but I do want to dome it just slightly. Okay, I'm just going to do a little tiny bit more. So what do we got left? 2 ounces. So that mold holds 6 ounces. If you guys have it or getting it, 6 ounces for that one. I got some white left. All right, what can I do with white? It seems like I do the same stuff over and over. I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right, guys. I will see you all back for the next, when it's time to demold this. I'll see you guys then. Okay, guys. So this is cured up enough that we can demold it. See how it looks. Put our temporary tattoo on here. And then cover it in a clear layer of resin. Okay. That's pretty. Let's get our tattoo on. Oh, I want that. Guess I gotta take the clear film off of it, don't I? I think I'm just gonna put it right there. I've got my brush and my water. I'm just going to take this along the back here and get that water right down on that paper. I don't know what that is. It's on the paper. Okay, just making sure that's good and soaked. Let's give me a little cup. I've got some resin mixed up because I'm doing another project. So I just want to get out about an ounce, I think will be plenty. I'm going to get out maybe 2. I mixed up 10 ounces of resin, but I've got some other things that I'm working with. Okay, 2 ounces. Put a little crushed crystal in there. I think that'll be pretty. And I don't have my microphone, do I? Give me just a second, guys. Hook this up. There we go. Now, I'm going to have to move my spoons to where I can get them a little easier, I believe. Okay. Just going to do a little tiny bit of crushed crystal in there. Not much. Little goes a long way. Okay, let's mix that. Not worried about bubbles because, okay, that just slides right off and we're done. I'm not worried about bubbles because of, I'm going to take my little lighter to that. I hope I've not put too much crystal in here. It looks kind of heavy, but it'll be okay. First, I want to see if I can fill those in. Now, let's see if we can spread this around and make sure I don't have any bubbles trapped down in the flour. I do see some. I'm going to have to get my my dotting tool and get those out. Okay, I'm just going to spread this around here. Okay. This will seal my tattoo in, and it'll also make it level with that rose and leaf. And then the whole tray can be used instead of just having a hole down in there. I gotta get something out there too. I don't know what that is. And this will self-level once I've got it all spread out. Okay. All right. Paper towel on my dotting tool here. Whatever that dot is, get that out. Now let's see if I can go through here and get these bubbles that are caught in that out. There's quite a few of them. Just break them loose. And then I'll take the heat gun to it. It's good to have a small dotting tool that you can get down in every one of these little crevices. Okay. Now, take the heat gun and just go around. And that should just pop every one of those. Alright guys, that is it. We'll let that cure up. And I will see you all back for the next video. I'll see you guys then. Bye.